What do you get if you combined a Harry Doll, a DJ, David Wise, and finally Mark Sargent? The answer to that question is quite simple. You will get a big dumpster fire. So let's get into this.
So
A puppet.
how long ago did they start putting Starlight satellites up?
Starlink.
Starlight.
I don't know. Why?
It was like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it was, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
And then people started saying they were seeing them in the sky,
Right.
right? And have you ever seen them?
I have.
I've never seen it, but I've seen videos of them.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
I saw it once, and it looks just like this. You see these lights going by. Well, that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Nobody sees them anymore, but they've put up hundreds and hundreds of more of them, right? The more and more people should see them all the time.
Right.
But we only saw them when they first started putting them up.
If you bother to look up facts regarding this, you will find the reason why you only see these trains of satellites for a very short time. On the screen now you will see the explanation. So after the launch you will see those trains of satellite, but then they will continue to climb to their final orbital height. That's why you don't see them so easy after a while after they are launched. But we are watching Flat Earther discussing real things happening in real life, and why bother about checking facts?
So to me, like, hey, we're putting the Starlinks up there, and they had their light show going on, whatever this light show is.
Right.
And now they got tired of doing the light show. But we should be seeing these every night, everywhere, because they're supposedly, like, when this was up, there's 100 times the number now that there was then, or whatever, however many they're putting up. So
it's quite easy to find the correct number. Now on the screen you see the number of Starlink satellites in Mars 2025. So 2 months ago it was 7,135 of them. But if you're a flurf, why kill a great story with facts?
what's up with that?
Good point. And they don't do anything, in my opinion. I mean, you know Dave as well as anybody. I mean, most of the bandwidth, 90-something% of the bandwidth that's still being transferred in the world is all done via cable and or cell towers. Combination of the two. Satellites have almost nothing to do with it at all. Why? In fact, why would you? Fiber optics is so much more dense.
Yes, Mark, fiber optic cables is better than satellites. But you don't get it why we need satellites? Would they connect this cargo ship with a fiber optic cable?
And they've been around for a long time. You use the old tech. If you guys don't know how the fiber optic started, it started with the underground telegraph cables, which then were converted to telephone cables, which were eventually converted to fiber optics.
And this one was first converted to an analog clock, and then it was to a digital clock, and after that it was converted to the clock in your phone. They didn't convert the telegraph and the telephone cables to fiber optics.
They just ran cables, and you think, well, that's a dumb solution. No, because we can do it. It's simple. You just run cables, basically a huge extension cord underneath the entire ocean, connecting one side to the other. Once you're done, and it's great. It's wonderful, and you can tell where the breaks are, and they last a long time. But no, satellites.
I think that's a very important flat Earth evidence, right? With the ground cables for your internet. And I didn't fully understand that until I saw a Globe program where they were kind of showing all the layers of what's going on the Earth at once, and it was meant again to kind of reaffirm the globe, but it was showing the underwater cables, electric grids, things that are happening in the air, and trying to show the transit routes for cargo ships, etc., all the things that are happening on the globe at once. But people don't put two and two together very often, especially if you haven't come to the flat side, that your internet comes from these ground cables. It's not coming, and that's why you need the cell towers. You need these
ships, yachts, cruise ships have internet connection in the middle of the sea without any cables, without any cell towers.
And the GPS, which David knows also, the fact that the 32 overlapping blanket coverage of GPS has massive gaps, even though it should be completely overlapping coverage.
And where are those massive gaps besides in flat earthers' brains?
And I know what David's going to show here. He's going to show the plane network which they came up, which is, by the way, damn clever.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is how it used to work. Your plane would just go from tower to tower to tower, like a car would, like you're driving down the road. Same thing. But now all of a sudden they tell you you're going via satellite, right? So you got a satellite way up in the sky, you got your plane here, and so it's sending your signal a minimum of 350 miles up, and then it's sending it all the way down right past the airplane to a cell tower. That's the official story.
Right.
And people, when you tell people that, they don't even get it. They're like, no, I don't think so.
This is Svalsat on the island Svalbard in the Arctic. What do you think all these antennas is used for? Receiving signals from satellites.
Using commercial aircraft as mobile hotspots was brilliant. Whoever came up with that idea, I mean, I'm sure it was a natural idea. It's like, hey, why don't we turn the planes into mobile cell towers?
So according to Markksargent, this is a mobile cell tower.
And, make
sure that came up with that idea?
What?
You know who came up with that idea?
Was it you?
It was me, motherfucker.
Was it you?
It was me. It was me.
Of course, it was invented by dirt, because it's not real. It's not how it works. It's a lie. So of course it was made up by David Wise.
Dave, to get royalty.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Oh
no, it's
God.
true though.
They really believe that David Wise invented. Oh dear.
It really works well, except when there's no planes at all. And then you have these huge gaps.
Mark, that's only true in your fantasy world.
Or again, turning whoever decided, hey, let's take the old ground radar system, Loran system.
Loran was not a ground radar system.
Repurpose it, put a new sticker on it and say that it's GPS.
Loran was a navigation system based on a radio that was on antennas at shore. You can see in your GPS receiver where the satellites are. And you have perfect GPS coverage in the middle of the oceans, even if you have no airplanes close by. If you're interested in reality and facts, Markksargent's live stream is not the place to search for facts and reality, because the panel here, it's one puppet, one DJ and two big fools. They have no idea about anything, how anything works. This was all I had for you today. Hope you liked your video. We'll be back soon. Have a nice day. Bye.